richer than Jeff Bezos, and you've never heard of him. It was unbelievable when it happened, and yet it did. Gautam Adani, a name most people had never heard of before 2022, dethroned Jeff Bezos and took his place as the world's second richest man. In the same year where everyone, including Elon Musk, was losing billions, Gautam became $50 billion richer. And today, the Indian tycoon is currently the fourth richest man in the world, worth a whopping $129.6 billion. So, who is Gautam Adani? How did he make all of that money? And most importantly, how does he spend all of his wealth? The source of his wealth. Gautam Shantilal Adani is not your regular billionaire. While billionaires like Bezos and Gates got their wealth from tech and the internet, Gautam got his from commodities, the things in this world that we truly cannot do without. Today, Gautam Adani owns or completely controls 7 multi-billion-dollar publicly traded global companies that serve power, coal, gas, renewable energy, electric grids, ports, and media on a global scale. And he has shown no signs of stopping. He also owns more than 90% of the major airlines in India, has one of the biggest ports in the world, and is currently trying to take over one of India's biggest news companies. So now that we know where Gautam gets all of his billions from, you must be wondering, how does he spend it? Gautam Adani Properties. One of Gautam's most prized properties is his 3.4-acre residential falls within the Lutyens Delhi zone. And if you know where Lutyens is, then you know it is the seat of India's most powerful elite. The elite tend to be secretive, and Gautam is no exception. However, reports tell us that the gated property comprises a building that is 25,000 square feet wide, boasting 7 bedrooms, 6 living rooms and dining rooms, a study area, 7,000 square feet of land for staff quarters, that is surrounded by several large trees. Combined with this magnificence, the property also has a legacy, a rich history. The original owner of the bungalow was the Colonial Office of the Secretary of State for India in Council. But if you think that's impressive, wait till you hear how much Gautam paid for the estate. $9 million. Yeah, originally the property was estimated to cost $123 million. But the company that owned it ran into legal issues and eventually filed for bankruptcy. During its insolvency hearing, the house was auctioned, and Gautam was able to snatch it at that ridiculous amount. A Ahmedabad home. Gautam's other home is in his birthplace, Ahmedabad, and it has the makings of a museum. The property is strategically located near the city center and has many of the same features that Gautam has in his other home. It is surrounded by verdant lawns and firmly rooted trees. It also features numerous courtyards, and it is the billionaire's permanent residence, which he shares with his wife Preeti Adani, sons Karan and Jeet Adani, and daughter-in-law Pariti Karan Adani. One impressive feature that stands out in the building is its solar rooftop power plant. It really shouldn't come as a shock that the business tycoon has chosen his own home to promote green energy, since it is an industry that he recently pledged to invest $70 billion into. The Indian billionaire installed the power plant at his sprawling residence to generate solar power for the daily electricity requirement of the property. It is a 53.13 kilowatt peak solar power panel and generates 250 units of electricity daily, which is used to meet the power requirement of the residents during the daytime. No one knows how much the house costs, because the billionaire is very deliberate about his privacy for reasons I will soon reveal. However, rough calculations using similar structures would have set him back a couple of millions of dollars, if not more. But that's a drop in the ocean for the business tycoon. And it doesn't even come close to how much the billionaire spends on his birds. And by birds, I mean private jets. His private jets. Adani owns 3 jets, a Bombardier Challenger 605, an Embraer Legacy 650, and a Hawker Beechcraft 850 XP. He bought the Bombardier Challenger 605 in 2009. The mid-size corporate jet offers the biggest cabin space of any jet like it, and it has a capacity of at least 12 passengers. It can also go 8 hours at a stretch of around 7,400 kilometers. The plane's engines feature 2 General Electric CF34-3B engines that provide an outstanding 8,729 pounds of thrust. Whenever Gautam decides to fly on lengthy journeys, the Challenger can sustain speeds of 870 kilometers per hour. In its interior, the Challenger has world-class facilities. including an LCD display, a full-service gallery to prepare meals, free domestic Wi-Fi, and in-flight luggage compartments. Now when it comes to cost, this Canadian hunk of well-assembled metal sets the billionaire back by $27 million and costs another $3 million to maintain annually. But let's be serious, this isn't even a dent in the man's wallet, because his other jet, the Embraer Legacy 650, is even more impressive. The exquisite-looking steel beast is reportedly Gautam's favorite choice for flying, and it's not difficult to see why. The plane features 3 zoned cabins and can accommodate up to 14 passengers while delivering one of the most serene aircraft experiences in its class. And that class doesn't end in the cabin. On its exterior, the jet is powered by 2 Rolls-Royce AE 3007 A2 engines that deliver a thrust of 9,020 pounds and a top speed of 850 kilometers per hour. It also has visibly different external features from its predecessor, the Legacy 600, and they include new ventral tanks, engines, and wings that can't be found on any other model. It costs $19 million. Gautam's third and last jet, the Hawker Beechcraft 850 XP, is a popular choice if you know your jets well, especially amongst Indian billionaires. Mukesh Ambani, Shiv Nadar, and Cyrus Poonawalla all have one of these. The aircraft was developed in the United Kingdom and performs excellently well in hot and high environments. The jet is capable of reaching a maximum height of 39,000 feet, while consuming less fuel than its predecessors. This must have attracted Gautam's sense of frugality. On its interior, it can take up to 15 guests, features excellent standing headroom, and plenty of in-cabin storage. It costs an impressive $5 million. His exotic cars. Gautam Adani's car collection includes the most exotic machines that money can buy. Among them, one can't ignore his lavish BMW 7 Series. It is easily one of the classiest and yet one of the most affordable vehicles in Adani's collection. This official CEO German machine can cost anywhere between $86,000 to $150,000. Striking a perfect balance between comfort and class, the BMW 7 gets its power from a V12 engine that, depending on the type, may be customized for increased capacity. And if Gautam needs to get away from a sticky situation, then this automobile will accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 5.3 seconds, and peak out at 250 kilometers per hour. On top of that peak speed of 250 kilometers per hour, it has an electric driving range of 53 kilometers. Rolls-Royce Ghost. The Rolls-Royce Ghost is at the top of the food chain when it comes to class and elegance. While the BMW 7 takes Gautam to business meetings, the Rolls-Royce takes him to his countless elite social gatherings. And it is easily one of the most expensive cars owned by him, costing an estimated $440 million. The vehicle exudes luxury, with large cabin-like seats and out-of-this-world amenities. Adani's Rolls-Royce Ghost can comfortably seat up to 5 people. Its specifications include a 6.75-liter V12 twin-turbo engine with a maximum torque of 780 Newton-meters and a power output of 562 horsepower, and it can accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in only 5 seconds. Ferrari, California. After ticking off business and luxury, it's time for some indulgence. And I don't think it gets any better than a supercar from Ferrari. The 2008 Ferrari California is one of Gautam's most prized possessions, and there is no way you're not going to give this vehicle a second look. Well, that's if there's time for that, because it is powered by 2 fuel-injected V8 engines that allow it to accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour within 4 seconds, making it the quickest sports car in its class, and easily the quickest that Gautam owns. In true sporty fashion, it also features a retractable hardtop and an aerodynamic body, and it can cost anywhere from $80,000 to $400,000, depending on who you're buying it from. Helicopters. Now, we've come full circle to Gautam's hangar. The commodity boss has several helicopters at his service. There's a serious reason for this, and it goes beyond just beating traffic. Gautam Adani has been a victim of kidnapping twice. The first kidnapping happened in 1998, when he was taken along with his friend, and they were both held for ransom. In 2008, he found himself in a worse situation when he, along with hundreds of other guests, were held hostage when terrorists attacked the Hotel Mumbai. Just one of either events is enough to cause anyone to never step outside of their homes again. So you can understand why Adani loves his choppers. And since time is also precious, Adani's primary helicopter, which he bought back in 2011, is the Augusta Westland AW-139. It is a twin-engine helicopter that has a capacity of carrying 15 people at a time. This high-performance helicopter costs around $300,000. But once again, it's nothing compared to Gautam's humongous net worth. Gautam has made financial history as an Indian and an Asian, and with the way it looks, he might just climb to the very top. Now, the biggest question most are asking is if he will one day become the richest man. What do you think? Will he?